Hello everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes, and yeah, I haven't been posting recently for the past 2 months, it's true, and this is mainly due to the fact that, this channel is really not getting any traction. It's my fault, of course. I can push it more, I can push it on social media, which I'm not, and in addition to that, I put a lot of energy and effort on my Italian channel that has more traction, and I have also recently added a podcast, of course in Italian, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. So I slow down a little bit on my English videos, but now I would really like to start trying to put them back again. In the meantime, since the last video, I picked up skateboarding. Yes, because I'm 35 and I've never been able to skate, never tried. Every time I tried, I was just falling. I couldn't stand on it. So that's why then I never really pursued it. It was just friends giving me the skateboard and I was just trying and falling. And at that moment, I realized, you know what? I just want to learn. Just want to learn just for something to know and just to push my boundaries a little further. And now after a couple of months, you see, I just go upstate and enjoy this long skateboarding tour. How do you want to say? Now I've just skated for the past 5 miles and then I have to go back. So it will be over 10 miles today, which is pretty cool. It just gives me this feeling of freedom when I skate. So yeah, very lovely. Anyway, the tobacco I wanted to try today, and I didn't want to talk too much about myself. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing while I was off, if you care. You saw it on the title, is the Burley Flake. Mac Baren HH Burley Flake. Now, I don't remember if on this channel I put the review of all of them. I reviewed almost all of them for the Italian channel. Actually, in Italy, I did sort of how can I say, a little mess, but it was a positive mess, meaning that when I tried the all dark fired, I loved it, and then I tried the bold Kentucky, I loved it. So I put together like a petition in Italy, gathering signatures to push the distributor to actually bring the HH tobacco into the Italian market. I know I live in the United States, so why should I care? But I really think that those are great tobaccos, very well made, very well blended, and they deserve more attention. So, and then you saw I interviewed Perique because at the end of the day, the importer decided to import them, to distribute them in Italy as well. Now, I don't take credit for that, but what I want to say is that I've tried almost all of them, with the exception of the Rustica, which will be probably here soon. I don't know yet. Anyway, Burley Flake. Again, I love the Old Dark Fire, which is again also that one a Burley sort of flake, just a little different. I love the Bold Kentucky, which is about Kentucky, but it has some Burley there as well. I love the Pure Virginia, like one of the best Virginias in the market. And now I'm very curious to try this Burley Flake because it's a pure Burley Flake with some addition of Virginia, just not too much, and a touch of Kentucky that will add some flavor, that woodiness and nuttiness that we all love. So what we're gonna do now is unbox it, have a look at about this, how it looks, how it smells like, and then I will smoke this thing and I will let you know how it is, but I'm really looking forward to read your comments as well. So let's go. So here's the tin. You can see Burley Flake. It's a very elegant, very nice and elegant label, I think. Very cool. And behind you have the description. Burley dominated flake containing tobaccos from 3 continents. Of course, there is Burley, and then there is a little bit of Virginia and a small portion of dark fired Kentucky. So what I expect is a very, nutty Burley kind of flavor that is smoothened a little bit by the Virginia and some additional body and maybe an enhancement of those natural woody and nuttiness and coffee cocoa like flavors from the Kentucky. Very well packed, and then you can see the color, which is of a brown, dark brown, very nice. As usual, if you smoke Mac Barens, you know that they always have these very precise and super thin flakes. They're also very good if you like to smoke your flakes by just, folding them inside the pipe, because in this case it's very easy, very even, very regular. Very good looking, smells a lot like burley, meaning that you have this kind of nutty sweetness, a little bit like dark prune, fall kind of smells and flavors. Very good, very interesting. Again, I'm very curious to try it. I have smoked pretty much all of them, both Kentucky, all dark fired. I love the HH flakes, so I'm only missing this one, Burley Flake, and the Rustica, which will be one of the next. So let's just go and try this and see how it is. And of course, you will let me know what is your experience instead. Here we are. I'm just sitting down, taking a little break because I don't know if any of you is into skateboarding or snowboarding or surf. Um, but I just got a surf skate, so I have been surf skating for a couple of hours now. So I'm a bit tired, but everything else. If any of you is into this, just let me know. Maybe we can have a little chat about this experience, which is totally new to me. This thing arrived like a couple of days ago, and today is really the first full day having fun with it, which is a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of workout, and I'm not a big sporty guy. I don't really work out or anything, but whatever. Anyway, I spent the last week with this Burley Flake, and it's almost gone. Only like one flake is in, which will be for this evening. And you know what? I really liked it, and I'm very curious to just hear from you what you think about it. What I liked and what I didn't like about it. So what I liked is that it is really about the burley. So if you like burley tobaccos, if you have experience with burley blends in Europe, burley blends are not very common. In America, you all know that there is a very long tradition of burley-based blends and tobaccos, and I think that in the United States you can actually find the best burley tobaccos in the world, in the whole globe world, and it's also true that nowadays you only have a few left in the market, mostly the Perique one, and I think they're really the best. Perique makes unbelievable blends with burley, and of course we have the burley blends from Cornell, and we also had the recently the Hate State burley, always from Cornell, which was great. Okay, mostly in Europe, you have burley as an ingredient in other blends, and it's mostly used, just to add some body to a blend. And since by itself burley, it doesn't have like a huge lot of flavor, it is usually flavored with something else. So it's really used to fill the gaps in weaker blends. Okay, so this is really the impression that most Europeans have. You really have a handful of burley blends in Europe, and most of them they don't really taste of burley at all. Now I don't know about the Solani aged burley. I wanted to try it since it's also coming to Italy very soon, but it seems impossible to be found now in the United States. So soon, I hope. But this burley flake, what impressed me the most is that it's a lot about burley. Taste like burley is supposed to taste. So it's a lot of coffee, a lot of cocoa, nuts there. It's very good, very tasty. It's simple as burley is. Even I mean, I really like burley, but it is a simple kind of fruit. So anything bad. It's just very simple, It's not like a very complex palette. Um, you definitely notice the softness of the Virginia there, while this additional hint of Kentucky, it's very well made because it's just a hint. So it's maybe it's there to complement the natural woody and smoky note of the burley, but you don't really notice any Kentucky. So it's very well made. Again, The only thing I didn't like is that probably it is a bit too plain. If you have the chance to try the all dark fired of always Mac Baren HH, it is way more complex. It has, a lot of huge variety of flavors. I find it more interesting. But I mean, if you really want something which is fulfilling, satisfying, simple to smoke, and also just to taste, this is a great tobacco. So again, I think it's great if you want to taste burley, if you want to have an experience of burley, especially if you're in Europe in which you don't have access to the many blends of Perique. Uh, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's simple. It's essential. Simplicity is something that is very often underrated. But in this case, I think it's really the best thing of this blend. So I'm very happy again. Now I'm only missing the Rustica. I tried all of them. And even though they're all different, because I mean the Pure Virginia is very different from any of the others, but they're very good. All of them, very very good tobacco. So HH, great choice again. Well done to the dear Perry Jensen, which I interviewed here on the channel. So I mean, just great work. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sure that many in the United States tried it. Now I'm very curious. It just arrived in Italy, so I'm very curious about my Italian fellows to have their opinion. So we'll see soon. But in the meantime, just please let me know what you think about it. And now off we go. I keep on going through that tunnel and see you soon with the next tobacco. Let me know. Have a good day. Enjoy.